Hey, what's up guys? It's Patrick here, and today I'm bringing you guys the next episode of my Defenseless Champion series. So we're at 2,790 trophies. I'm looking to get about 100 more today, but first let's go ahead and do some upgrades. Once again, App Bounty has been hooking me up, so big shout out to those guys. Make sure you check out their video in the description below. But yeah, in the last episode, I brought out the go wee wee strategy for the first time, and things went pretty well, even though my heroes weren't doing that well. I mean, they were doing okay, but my heroes are a little bit under leveled for what you want to have for the go wee wee strategy, but I'm going to keep using it, and as long as I don't drop them in terrible spots, I should be okay. It really is nice. I've learned how nice it is on my main account having level 40 heroes, because once you have like a level 40 Archer Queen, the Barbarian King is a beast, but the Archer Queen is so nice because whenever she gets a hold of the Town Hall and she's level 40, there's literally nothing the opposing defense can do, because all you have to do is drop a rage spell and drop her Royal Cloak ability, and she's untouchable. She's going to shoot down the Town Hall no matter what, and it makes it super easy. So I just got to try to be a little bit more precise on these go wee wee raids, and I think I should be all right. Alright, so right now I've already dropped all 3 of my golems. I'm trying to drop my wall breakers on the intersections, because if you don't drop them on the intersections, you're going to have to use wall breakers on both of the compartments. So you can see I did it on one of the compartments. On the second one, I think I only had one wall breaker go through, so I did drop a couple more right there. And then now we're making our way into the base, and I'm going to start spamming the rest of my wall breakers. So it looks like they're going towards the right-hand side rather than going for the center, and I think I'll be okay because my troops can shoot over the top. And I actually dropped a pretty good lightning spell to where I took care of the clan castle troops, even though I didn't get them in the very beginning. So like I was just talking about earlier, usually the level 40 Archer Queen only takes like 2 hits to take care of the Town Hall. Not really 2 hits, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this level 5 Archer Queen, even though I have the Royal Cloak, even though I had a rage spell on her, it went down to the wire, but I was lucky enough to where she actually took care of the Town Hall, and that got me the first star. So looking at my king right here, he's going to go ahead and clean up some stuff on the outside. He didn't go in the center like I would have liked, but it actually turned out really well because he got enough buildings to get 50%. So in total, we will get the 2 stars, 54%, and we're going to steal 13 trophies from this raid. So overall, that one wasn't that bad. I probably could have been a little bit better with my wall breakers, but just in general, it was sort of tough to reach that middle compartment where on the right-hand side, there still was a compartment there, and that's why my wall breakers ran over there. All right, base number 2 looks like we are attacking this base, and when I first saw it, I didn't know. Whenever I see bases like this that look really easy, I sort of get freaked out, but when I saw this one, I was like, okay, I should be able to do this, especially because there's the gap in the center, and because of that gap, I'm able to drop my barbarians. I'm able to lure out the clan castle really easily, and it looks like this guy's clan, he must be getting trolled or something, because he has like 2 goblins, a bunch of barbarians. Overall, he doesn't have very good troops, so it was really easy taking care of those guys, and I decided that I would attack through the top left. So looking at the top left, I'm just going to drop a few of my wall breakers. Really, I don't even have to worry about my wall breakers too much, so instead of using those 8 barbarians, I actually used my wall breakers as bait to get the king and queen out, just because I want a few more barbarians left before I drop my witches. And then I went ahead and dropped my witches, I dropped my wizard, and it looks like things are going pretty well right now. So I'm just going to break open a bunch of spots for my wall breakers, and I was hoping to get like maybe like 3 entries into the base, but overall it looks like I only broke open 2 on the right and left hand side, and I didn't get one through the center, so it looks like they're going to split in half, and we'll see how this works out. Alright, so right now it looks like the Barbarian King's doing a great job. I have a couple wizards and witches over there helping out as well, and then really I'm just going to start focusing on these rage spells and free spells, and as long as I freeze these Inferno Towers at the right time, we should be okay. So there's 1 multi-targeted Inferno Tower and 1 single-targeted Inferno Tower, and I actually dropped that second free spell perfectly right in between both of the Inferno Towers, and it turned out perfectly. So yeah, we're going to be okay right here. Looks like the wizards are actually going to come in clutch. The Archer Queen really didn't help that much. In fact, a lot of my troops went to the side. This made it a lot more difficult than it should have been. Literally, I only had 2 wizards shooting at that town hall when I still had like 10 of them alive. So it looks a little bit more difficult than it was, and actually, yeah, I was worried for like half a second, but overall, it was a pretty simple raid. Definitely a lot of overthinking, but in the end, we got 2 stars. So in total, 15 trophies, not that bad at all, as well as we're starting to get a great bonus now that we've hit Master 2 with 90,000 gold, 90,000 elixir. So things are looking pretty good right now. Pretty smooth sailing, nothing happening really yet with the king and queen costing me any raids. And let's see if we can do the same thing on this next one. All right, for raid number 3, attacking someone from Warriors Unite. You could see I actually picked off one of those giant bombs in the very beginning, which was great. And I actually dropped a few barbarians up top to see if there were any more giant bombs on the outside that might take care of my wizards. But looks like there were none of those guys on the outside left, at least up here. And now I'm just going to start dropping my witches, my wizards, and continue with the regular strategy. So I decided to attack from the top left because there's only this one compartment right here. And then after I break through that second T intersection right near that Inferno Tower, I will be able to reach to the Town Hall. I won't even have to break through it. I can probably just have my wizard shoot over top. And now I'm just going to go ahead and make my way through. And it looks like we took care of that Inferno Tower. So that was really the only thing that worried me. My Archer Queen should have enough damage to take care of the Town Hall as well as the wizards I have left. And then now I'm just trying to get to 50%, and that's why I dropped that second free spell. So I saw there were a couple defenses right there, and I had already taken care of that Inferno Tower, so I wasn't really worried. And I actually forgot to drop some of my wall breakers, so I made sure to drop the rest of those guys. And now I'm just waiting on that 50%. So we still have the queen. Looks like the king went down, so I'm just waiting for them to shoot some buildings down. And after the queen and the wizard shoot down these final buildings, we're going to get to 50 and I can go ahead and surrender. So I did end up losing both of my heroes. Not too bad, I guess, but we got 16 trophies. Didn't steal any of that dark elixir. I think there was like 3,200 available. But anyways, great raid. Let's move on to the next one and let's make the same exact thing happen. All right, for raid number 4, this base was really weird. I took like a good long look at this base. I didn't know exactly where I would attack from. I could attack from the bottom. I could try attacking from one of the sides. This guy had a bunch of funky walls all over his base. And in the end, I just decided to attack from the top. When in doubt, attack from the top. So I went ahead and did that just because the Inferno Towers are a little bit farther away if I attack through the top. So even though things were weird up top, I think I was going to be okay. And I decided to attack from here. So same exact thing, even though he has a dragon, it's the same exact strategy. I'm just going to drop my barbarians, and I'm just really hoping that the dragon doesn't use like one attack and shoots down all my skeletons at once, because if that happens, they'll actually make their way to my witches, and that would mean a disaster. So it looks like we didn't run into a disaster here, and after we take care of these troops, we can start with our main attack. So I'm dropping a golem on the right, I'm going to drop another golem on the left, start following up with some more of my wizards, and then I guess I'm just going to start spamming wall breakers, and I'll probably drop a rage spell to help some more of those wall breakers out in just a second. Alright, so right now I'm going to drop that final golem. Really can't attack through like the very top just because there's those awkward walls up there. And then now I'll drop that rage spell for those wall breakers, and it should last long enough for my troops to reach it and be able to use its effects. And now my king and queen are going in, and we are making our way into the base. So like I said, I wanted to attack from the top just because there were no Inferno Towers. It let me actually drop my free spell a little bit early. And I'm going to drop it twice on those expos just so they don't take care of those wizards and witches too fast. And now we will take care of the Town Hall after my king takes a few punches of it. And yeah, we're going to get that 42%, and now we're just focused on the 2-star. So still have a couple troops on the outside. Still have my queen as well shooting over the top. And after this goes down, I'm going to surrender really quickly just in case I can save a little bit of their health. And that's going to wrap it up for this raid. Alright guys, that was another pretty good raid. 22 trophies available. We ended up stealing 14. Again, I'm not really focused on the 3-star with the go wee wee strategy, unless you have, maybe if I had maxed out heroes on this base, but really when you start attacking some pretty well upgraded Town Hall 10s, you're not going to run into a lot of opportunities to get that 3-star, so I'm really just looking to get 2, surrender, save my heroes' health, and that will save either on time spent waiting for your heroes or gem spent waiting on your, or gem spent, I guess, healing your heroes. Alright, same thing on this base right here. Going to go ahead and bring out the minions and the dragons. Looks like a lot of people have air troops in their clan castles. Personally, I've just been rocking, I guess, wizards and witches as far as like clan wars goes. Like I said in the last episode, I think of my clan war recap, I've been donating witches to everyone, and it seems to be pretty effective, but I guess someone brought up in my clan that they were getting attacked by a lot of air attacks, and I guess if you're being attacked by a lot of air attacks, such as balloons, because the balloons obviously don't attack clan castle troops, they only attack defenses. I can see where getting a witch in your clan castle, if you get attacked a lot by like the balloonian strategy, it wouldn't be that effective. But in general, witches have been pretty, I guess, great for me. So anyways, things are going really well right now. I made my way into the middle. This is one of those bases that are really easy to break into. It's literally just 3 layers of walls. There's no like T intersections. There's nothing like that. It's really, really simple. And now I'm just going to drop that rage spell to help out a little bit longer because my Archer Queen and Wizards have to take, or they had to do a lot of damage because there really weren't a lot of troops up there. That was actually a little bit more difficult than I thought it would be. But we got the 49%. Just one more thing right here. Looks like we're taking care of this Expo. and that's going to get us the 50%. Wow, that was actually closer than I thought. I thought this was maybe the easiest base today, maybe besides the one with all those, or with no walls pretty much. It was just a giant square. But we ended up getting a pretty close 2 stars, stealing 20 trophies, and now we can head back to base and wrap it up for this episode. All right, so in total, we were 1 measly trophy away from getting to 2,900. Still in Master 2, but hopefully in the next episode, I'm thinking we'll get up to Master 1, which is 3,000 trophies. And that means we are only 200 trophies away from the Champions League. So I'm really stoked for that. And by the way, guys, I did order my PC. And the reason that's important, it'll actually let me live stream. So shout out to Madden Davinic. He's another Clash YouTuber. If you haven't seen him, he helped me build it, or I guess order the parts online to build it. And yeah, it's looking pretty exciting. I'll definitely get you guys more details when I start streaming, and hopefully that comes out pretty soon. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Make sure you drop a like if you enjoyed it. Other than that, I will see you guys later, and thanks for watching. Peace out.